Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Metroid Prime. Specifically the Prime Hack version. The RAM cards I ordered are still on the way, so we can't do the remastered version just yet. That said, I'll get out of the Steam so I can see. Anything in here worth scanning? Doesn't seem like it. Well, anyway, whoop! I accidentally clicked out of the window. Okay, now we're good. Alright. So, sorry I'm starting so late again today. Much later than usual. I had to help my dad in his yard today, and then we went out to dinner. So, I had to get home and do some laundry before I could actually get started on things. Other than that, feels like a good day, I think. We have a new creature here. Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder. Carapace can be breached by missiles. The Grisby's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns. Late as always, what did I do for dinner? R&R barbecue. I've had their food before, but I've never actually gone into the store and eaten it there. I've always ordered it to work. Trying to remember Prime Hack controls here. So we are here in Magmoor Caverns as of last time. Very sweltering place. A lot of people really like this place. I think it's really cool. I think it's alright. I wouldn't call it bad by any means, but after a while, it does get old, in my opinion. Burrower, tunneling insect predator. The burrower is similar to the beetle, though it prefers to spend more time underground. It seeks seismic disturbances, then surfaces to attack. It has enough cunning to realize when something is too large for it to handle. Beyond that, it is fairly ignorant. What it lacks in brains, it makes up for with aggression. It can usually tell when something's too large to handle. Samus? Nah! Attack that thing. Ow. I like that the goop still gets on my visor. It's also interesting that these caves almost look like caves, but they also look carved out and intentional. Kind of reminds me of the lead-up to a Disneyland ride, how they sometimes have like big, long like cave systems or towns or something built around the line, so waiting in line isn't boring. And here we get to the actual Magmoor Caverns proper, with this iconic soundtrack ripped straight from Super Metroid. Say hello to perhaps one of the most iconic enemies down here. The Magmoor, hence the name. Fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmoors prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attack forms. Sightless, despite the numerous eyes. They navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors. Maybe that's what the eyes are, I guess. Magmoors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to pinpoint targets with startling accuracy. And I can scan this now as well. Analysis indicates a viable attach point for the grapple beam. Your grapple beam was damaged from the explosion on the research frigate and cannot currently be used. Yet another new enemy down here. Puffer! You might remember some of these things from the wrecked ship in Super Metroid. Unstable gas-filled organism will rupture on contact. Puffers fill their bodies with lethal excuse me a second. Lethal metavibrium gas and float about in search of food. If ruptured, the gas within the puffer is violently released. Despite their fragile bodies, puffers are aggressive hunters. The gas cloud they release upon death is often fatal to the creatures that brings them down as well. Ah yes, aggressive hunters. They have nothing to eat with, but they hunt aggressively. You'd think if they were trying to come up with ideas for what those things should be, they ought to be some kind of defense mechanism, not a natural living creature that apparently hunts aggressively but also has no mouth and just explodes into toxic gas. I remember there being something about that, but I don't remember what. What? Did I get both of them? How the heck did I get both of them? Stress fractures can be seen all throughout the sandstone wall. Okay, so that is Morph Ball. That's the button for Morph Ball again. There we go. This looks nothing like sandstone, but alright, I'll roll with it. I like that I only need one shot to break those things at least. So how is everybody in chat doing? Or everybody watching this on YouTube after the fact? I'll also say another reason I was gone so long today is because I woke up so late today. I accidentally stayed up till 4 in the morning last night gaming with my roommate. So, I didn't finally wake up this morning until like 11:30. Oh yeah, I forgot how those things work. Hold on a minute. Triclops! Hard-shelled creature with powerful jaws. The Triclops is a hunter-gatherer. It collects small creatures and bits of foodstuff, then deposits them elsewhere for later consumption. The hard tripartite mandibles it uses to move earth and rock are quite strong and difficult to escape once ensnared. This is your least favorite part of Magmore? You hate those things? I hate these things too. They're really annoying. Also, bummer that you were sick, but at least you're getting over it now. Well, I believe what you're supposed to do is leave a bomb for them to suck up. There we go. Problem is, leaving the bomb and getting out of the way before they eat you, but doing it in a place where they're still likely to find and eat the bomb. Also annoying that it only works if they eat the bomb. It doesn't work if the bomb blows up next to them. Come on, man! High fever and severe pain. That's unfortunate. Let's let him get back to position. Alright. Nope, too far. There we go. So you gotta figure out where the heck they're gonna be walking and put the bomb down in that path. Burning the ick out of your system. Wait a minute. Ultra Energy replenishes 100 units of energy. What are these things on the walls? Can I do anything with these? I cannot. Just set dressing, I guess. Did we get a scan for any of these? Nope. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier is that I don't mind Magmore Caverns. I think it's alright, but I do think it's kind of overrated. Some people love this area. I find it just a little dull, and like I said, it gets old after a little while. My favorite part of the game isn't too far away from here, however. I forgot I scanned these much earlier. Does this look familiar to all of you Metroid fans? Or those of you that have been watching me? I also do not for sure remember where I am supposed to be going. Just kind of winging it. What planet am I on? Talon 4. This is the only planet in this game. Oh, dang it! Don't mind me, just burning in lava here. Oh, come on, dude. There you go. Let me check the map. Because I could have sworn this room loops around to something. Hey there, Zelda Sheik! Glad to see you are active. How are you doing? Wait, what the heck? Oh, that's where I was. And I looped up through here and out of that. Okay. At least I think I'm looking at that right. Just got off a call where the customer somehow got their device deleted from your system. Oh! It's a shame. Here we go. And what's this over here? Ah, something we can't do yet. Love that this door is just kind of up here in the wall. Good old verticality. I can never get enough of it. At least not in video games. My fear of heights prevents me from getting it in real life. For the most part. I do like me some hills. I'm going to a new part of the Talon overworld. So check this out. Oh. I swear there was a description for this pit somewhere. Unless they removed it? Also, what the heck is dripping? Is that even dripping, or is that coming from down here? Check under the bridge? I already did. I got a missile tank. And there's no scan thing down here. Let's try this. Nope. Maybe it's just set dressing. I could have sworn I remembered a scan here that claimed there were beetles under their mating. Or maybe this is it. Analysis indicates incubating life forms below the surface. That might have been what I was thinking of. Usually find this room from the top. I can see it. I probably went the wrong way in Magmore Caverns anyway, but Any way you can go is technically not the wrong way in games like this. I love that we just have a bowl of water here from the rain. Looking at this texture here and how hexagonal it is, it suddenly makes me feel like I'm back on PlayStation or N64. Probably PlayStation. I think this looks a little more PlayStation than N64. PlayStation had sharper images, but it looked weirder as a result because the polygons were still minimal. Hi there. I was thinking on my way up here, I'm like, what? I don't remember off the top of my head what incubating means. I think it's just a type of growing, but I'm imagining, like, imagine if it was like napping, and someone's making a bunch of noise, and you're like, shh, I'm incubating right now. Missile doors only take one missile in this game. Yeah, it's great. They only take one missile in most of the games. It was just the first 3 where that wasn't the case. Can I even get up there right now? What? Jerk. Weird that there's no music going on. It's relaxing too, though. Not really growing, but the careful management of temperatures to ensure life. Yeah, okay, I don't think I've ever experienced a point in this game where music wasn't playing. I really like it, though. We do need more sci-fi adventure games that aren't super serious games, but still, like, don't have a ton of music. And aren't trying to be avant-garde beautiful or anything. It's just immersion. I like to hear the rain. Rain is calming. You always got the silence around her ship? Maybe it's a glitch then. Aw, not the drippy drops on the visor here. What a cool view from below. I guess I can just fall down below. Where was the door? There it is. Excuse me. And back down we go. Oh, wait a minute. There actually is something up there that I need to do. I almost forgot. Going back. Sorry for wasting everyone's time. Another bonus point to eating an R&R barbecue in-store is that in-store they have red cream soda, which is freaking delicious. I love red cream soda. If only they had blue cream soda. I don't know if red cream actually has anything red in it other than food coloring. I just know it's delicious. Very smooth soda flavor. Oh, now the music's playing. Just gonna walk right through a burning plant and not take any fire damage. Now let's see, which way was the ship? That be it right there, dead ahead. Don't care. So I was playing Void War the other day, just because I couldn't think of anything better I wanted to do. And I wish I was recording it, because I actually won that run. And I won it so hard that I crippled the final boss before it was even half dead. They couldn't do anything. It was really funny. Wait, what? Is this just a... Oh, okay. I was like, is this just a hole? What is this? Yeah, I probably will stream more Void War eventually. Just... I got this Metroid thing to worry about, man. Void War is more of a middle of the week thing, but... I don't know. We'll see. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Here we go. Oh, is it not under here? I thought it was. No, wait, isn't this... Oh, okay. Summoners are broken in Void War. They're a little bit broken. The psychic powers I had in Void War were a little more broken than the summoners. What's... I can't get through that... No, wait, I can get through that door. Oh, there it is. Yep. Here's what I was trying to show off at the beginning of the game. Look at the size of that jetpack. That thing is absurd. Flying Pirate. Pirates trained and equipped for airborne assault. Flying pirates are extremely agile in the air, but the heat signatures of their jetpacks can be tracked with thermal imaging. While their missiles are extremely potent, their jetpacks can be even more so. If the pack fails, they will make a suicide strike. Why would I need to track the heat of the jetpacks when they're visible? They're completely visible. There's also this. This crate appears to be the same type of container found on the Space Pirate Research Frigate. The material seeping out from the ruptured metal is highly toxic. Analysis indicates that this may be the phazon compound the Space Pirates were using in their biological experiments. Surprise! Oh my gosh, I got one! I've never done that before. Usually I just let them go. So yeah, this be phazon. Looking oddly liquid and yet oddly not very flowing? I can hurt myself on it. I can't actually go through this area yet because I don't have the grapple beam, but... Boy, this is deep. What is growling at me down here? Seriously, what is growling at me down here? I can't get that yet. Or is that growling just the broken sound of the Space Pirates? So yeah, that's all it was. I wanted to show the crate before we found some actual phazon. Because I think that scan about it potentially being phazon is unique to that crate and to this part of the game. I could be wrong. I'm just pretty sure that's what I've heard. Back to the caverns below! Come on. There you go. Wow, that poison was not far from me. And down we go! Thank goodness for no fall damage. That's one of my favorite things to do in games because of my fear of heights. Since I can't get hurt in games, I love jumping off cliffs. Back when I used to play Minecraft more often, and I played on a server that had a glitch in it that prevented fall damage, I would run through the map and just see how straight of a line I could cut until I couldn't cut a line anymore. If there was a mountain, I'd go in a straight line over it and then jump off the other side. Just missed me. Whose big idea was it to put these flamethrowers in the ceiling, I wonder? What was that rumble and what is that noise? Check this out. Now you have to be careful here, because you can fall off of this. And this is the one place where Prime Hack suffers, is that you don't have a joystick. So things like this can be a little tricky. Especially if the camera's shifting on you. There we go. Can I scan any of that? I can't. I almost forgot that tube goes back. I've made that mistake before. Oh, dang it. The worst thing about the flamethrowers is they don't just hurt you, they blast you into the lava. Oh, come on. Now, I believe the route to my favorite area of the game is right on the other side of this weird tower. The monitor station, that's what it's called. Whose big idea was it to make this broken bridge? Report any signs of magma predator activity to Security Central at once. Local crystal formations possess low phazon residue. They do have high value to the monks of Grandheim, however. Recommend processing of crystal for that market once phazon operations cease. Who the heck are the monks of Grandheim, and why haven't they come up again? Got a whole market? I want to go there. I would love to see a Metroid mission that takes place in a populated place. Geothermal power routing to this station is complete. Unstable magma flow is a concern. Remove tower from geothermal grid if fluctuations exceed safety levels. Immersion pistons are leaching power from the magma pools as planned. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommend energy command, deactivate central dynamo, and switch to geothermal power at once. Now hold on a minute. Leeching with an A? Is that how you spell leeching? I thought leeching was Leeching. Like a leech. Am I stupid? Am I getting the spelling of leech mixed up with the spelling of lychee? Because lychee has 2 E's on the end? Chat, help me out. How is leeching and the creature, leech, spelled? How are they both spelled? Leeching is the way it is spelled? Did you look this up, Kaiju, or is that just your opinion? Access to Phendrana Drifts. Phendrana? I don't know which it is. The creature leech is leeched, but the process leeching is spelled with an A. Okay, that's annoying. Alright, Kaiju, I guess you might be incorrect. I clicked out of the window again. We were talking about using leeches to pull the blood out of someone. Yeah, different leeching, I guess. I thought they were the same thing. You would think they'd be the same thing. You're doing the same thing, just with a different method. Oh, I should have scanned that, shouldn't I? Oh well. This ice structure blocks the hall. A concussive blast should be able to clear it out of the way. Is this... Yep, same scan. Would have been surprised if it wasn't, but... There was a little bit of a problem with that animation. Did the music glitch out again? How interesting. Well, welcome to Phendrana Drifts. My favorite place in the game. Which normally has some of the most calming and beautiful music in the Metroid franchise. Not my most favorite, but perhaps my second favorite as far as the Prime games go. A new creature's entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Flickerbat, scavenger with optical camouflaging that renders it invisible to the naked eye. Flickerbats are deceptive creatures. The only way to track them reliably is with X-ray imaging. They fly ceaselessly, hunting insects and other small prey that float on the air currents. Flickerbats tend to fly in cyclical hunting patterns, using primitive sonar to navigate. You hate the dino things that spit at you? I hate them too. I hate them even more in the second game. I wonder if there is... Can you turn off the music in the settings? Because now I really want to try playing through one of these games with no music. I wonder how interesting that would be. The ice covering this opening can be melted with extreme heat. It's cracked, but exploding it won't do anything. I have to melt it. Crystallite. Territorial cold weather scavenger. Crystallite sounds like a substance, and I want to make something out of it. Leaching is the process of a solute becoming detached or extracted from its carrier substance by way of a solvent. Interesting. For information, but... Oh, leaching with 2 E's is for pulling blood out and also used for information, but industrial excavation is spelled with an A, as well as chemistry. Interesting. The shell of a crystallite reflects beam weapons and can only be cracked by a concussive blast. They hang upside down in an ice cave during their larval stage. Moisture runs off its body and forms the hard ice shell, which the crystallite retains for the rest of its life. Territorial cold weather scavenger, if I didn't say that already. You have a save room with some odd panels in it. New personnel must report to the South Research Facility. Failure to report will be penalized by a 30% ration cut and extra duty. Western Temple is in Phase 2 lockdown. All projects are postponed. Under no circumstances are personnel to attempt access. All ballistics support personnel report to Research Lab Hydra. Lockdown Containment Plan 3A in effect until further notice. Maybe it's just because I was working hard in the summer sun today, but this water tastes especially refreshing. And I was drinking water while I was working. I was also taking periodic breaks. And I do need those because I have this weird thing where if I'm in summer heat for too long, I start to feel nauseous no matter how much water I've been drinking. But if I take a break for a few minutes, I'm usually good to continue. Blast shield over door is secure. Shield controls are elsewhere in the Fendrana Shorelines area. Fendrana Shorelines? Shore of what? I appear to be on the peak of a mountain. Okay, so I need to be looking elsewhere, I guess. Here's the music, by the way. Kept aloft by a gas-based propulsion system attached to its underside. What was the point of that? Got lost in this place on your last playthrough? Oh, right. Grating has become brittle from temperature fluctuations. Large traces of radion detected. There we go. How did all this snow get in here, I have to wonder? Has to be a whole river running off of it, but it doesn't make it in here. The door directly above has been unlocked. Never got past it? Wind will do... Well, yeah, wind will push snow in. It's interesting that the snow has managed to completely block off this river. Also, that the river is flowing this way? And then, despite this appearing to be a river tunnel, it just ends back here in a weird access panel. This room doesn't make sense. It's a beautiful room, though. Scatter Bamboo. Pulsing tendrils of energy extend from creatures' body. Like all bamboos, these creatures can only be harmed by electrical energy. I almost said extraterrestrial. What the heck? Proximity to these life forms may result in electrical visor interference. It is possible to avoid engaging scatter bamboos by rolling into the morph ball and slipping between the rotating energy streams. What rotating energy streams? Oh, those ones! Also, check this out. Epilepsy warning. Haha! Nailed it. I don't think I ever noticed that before. A broken piece of antenna. I wish we had more stuff like that. More clearly decrepit stuff that isn't just kind of hanging out solidly. You almost never get through those cleanly. Yeah, there are ways. I usually don't try, but if you do, it's easy. Keep an eye out for the ice bats, that's right. New creatures entries been downloaded. Baby Sheegoth, Glacial Predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Sheegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby she-goths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. Okay, combat time. Or is it? Nope, nope, this doesn't loop around. Darn. Can I sneak up on it? Not quite. Dang it, how did I miss? There we go. Oh gosh. Two of these things is annoying because when you're trying to get behind one, the other one is nipping at your heels. The butt guys. I guess you can call it that. That looks painful. And these are only babies. Poor babies. I have to wonder what's up with the ice spikes. It said they grow a layer of ice on their backs, but I figured they do it like the bugs, not literally grow it out of their backs. I wish I had a scan visor like Samus's. I'd be one heck of an explorer if I did. The ice covering this opening can be melted with extreme heat. If I ever live to see the day where I can get a scan visor like this implanted into my glasses, I will be so freaking excited. What the heck was that Discord message I just saw? You didn't see it. I did. It said something that sounded weird. Would you believe me if I said a purple marker and I didn't get to read the rest of it? And I don't know who said it or where. I'm in way too many Discord servers. Ice Burrower. Burrower adapted to sub-freezing climates. A hardy life form, the ice burrower has adapted to the frigid climb of Phendrana. Is that a real word? Why not just climb it? It spends most of its time tunneling through the frozen soil, but will occasionally surface to attack passersby. Not to be confused with the exact same bug in the Magmore Caverns, with the exact same attack, and the exact same HP. What's up with the... One thing that's fascinating about playing this version of the game is that I'm pretty sure playing the GameCube version, for me, personally, the screen was always just a teeny bit blurry. So it's a little exciting to be playing this with... What is Samus's gun doing there? What in the... You guys seeing that? Huh, I never noticed that. She actually moves her weapon and her hand depending on the whether she's aiming up or down. That's interesting. It's animated weird, but yeah. So are these phazon flows? What's going on here? Of course, I will say, when I was originally practicing this with Prime 3, which I cannot frickin' wait to get to Primes 2 and 3, man. Things did look pretty blurry and screwy at first until I changed the in-app resolution, I guess might be a good way to put it. What are you? But yeah, now this game looks really sharp and really nice. Albeit slightly more polygonal than I would expect from a GameCube or a Wii game. Or a game of this sharpness, perhaps I should say. Why have I encountered pulse bamboos before? Have I encountered these before? Instinctive attraction, other charged energy sources. You guys want to see something both hilarious and freaky? I love that they get their nose in your face. Like, just the most... I also love that this can happen. Hi there! Yeah, they will be attracted to your weapon if you're close enough to the door but haven't opened it yet. Well, at least that was quick. Ow! I did not mean to lock on there. Excuse me, sir. See, I've been fighting these things so long, I've figured out a method to take them out before they can even do anything to me. Did you just try to headbutt him? Maybe I did, not intentionally. Look at this little room. It doesn't have a roof, but at the same time, if I had to go camping here, I would love to set up my tent down here. Scan the room? You can't. There's nothing to scan. There's a cozy little alcove back here. Man, I wish we had more ruins like this that were both protected but also accessible to the public in the manner of camping or something, because I would love to go camping in a place like this. This is just so cool. Camp master, whoever's running the group, can like set up their tent right here by the door. Oh, got nicked. Oh well, no biggie. The bridge is broken! Why did I turn Swedish? Hey there, Nerdy Neo! How you doing? Yes, this is the Metroid Trilogy version, because the remastered version was crashing my computer. I suspect it's because of a RAM issue, because my RAM spiked the last time it happened. So I have some new RAM on the way, but I'm playing the Prime Hack version in the meantime. Chozo script translated. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. Ah, so we have some in-game lore telling us that they like to leave their stuff behind for a destined hero. Really? I can't break these? I thought I could. Guess I need a later upgrade. Alright, Sheegoth down below. Gosh dang it, you had to wake up right then. Wow, why did that shot bounce off? Did y'all see that? And... oh, come on. Gotcha. What? I know what this is. I can't do anything in here yet. How you doing, Nerdy Neo? What am I missing? Am I... Can I walk up this? I can walk up this. Platform realignment successful. There we go. That's what I needed. Yeah, I figured I could get through this area, Zelda Sheik. I meant I can't do anything with that half pipe down there. Not currently. This will change that. I forgot you get this right here. I was thinking this was a passageway to another area. Boost ball acquired. I'm flying through the Metroid games. You started in August and you're only about to start Prime 3 soon. Well, the Prime games may change that, but yeah, you've been going a while. To be fair, I completed my mission of playing all 5 of the mainline games in one day each. Barely not counting the second one. While in Morph Ball mode, press and hold B to charge the ball. Release B after charging it to get a speed boost. Additional data downloaded to inventory screen. Press 2 to access the inventory screen. Give me a second, I need a sip of water. To be fair, Neo, I'm a huge Metroid nut. I even went and read the e-manga for these games way back in high school. And I had to read some of it again for the lore video I made. These games manage to be sci-fi, but they actually do make things feel alien by making them seem so nonsensical when you really think about it. Don't forget about the Chozo lore. Yeah, I do still need to get around to making that. I've been so distracted with so many games lately, and being able to chill out in a new house without being told to do a bunch of chores every few minutes. It sounds petty that I'm always complaining about chores, but I figured out I actually don't mind chores much at all. What drives me nuts is having to specifically, routinely do something that I don't enjoy. That's what drives me nuts about it. So, like, mow the lawn every Saturday, it drives me nuts. Go to my parents' house to help mow the lawn every once in a while? Or just wait until the lawn gets too long and is problematic? Yeah, sure, I'll mow the lawn, no problem. I suspect it might be related to my intense reactance, which is not the same as reaction time. As the great poison reaches ever further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? You started in September? 1 month difference, no biggie. Did I get the lore in the boost ball room? Is that... I believe I did. Yeah, that was the one behind the bridge, right? I'd love to set up a tent down here, too, if I went camping in this place. Yeah, you were on a call? Fair enough. Let's see. Yep, this way. Metroid is the second favorite gaming franchise. I don't have any particular favorites. I like games too much. But Metroid is one that I make frequent returns to. Especially now that Prime Hack is a thing, and I know how it works. Gosh, Prime Hack makes these so interesting. Wow, that is a stiff as heck shadow. That almost looked bugged. Ridley the overgrown chicken. Can I get over there right now? I don't think I can. Hello there. Oddly placed missile expansion. So look at how kind of small and isolated that place is. I wonder what this area was used for when the Chozo were still living here. But now that we have the boost ball, we have a new location we can go to. Unfortunately, not in Phendrana. But back in the Talon overworld, thankfully. When you really think about it, it's a little weird that Samus perpetually holds that pose while mildly undulating her body. Just constantly. Also, yes, I do hear the sound of that missile expansion. This is tricky. You know how to get the space jump boots immediately when you land after the prologue? I do not! I've never been an exploits kind of person. Energy tank acquired. Heck yeah. Exploits are cool, but I've never been a speedrunner. Not that much of one. Maybe I could learn someday, just for fun, but then I don't know what I'd do. I might accidentally get myself lost because I used the space jump boots to go somewhere I wasn't supposed to have access to yet. I could have turned those off inside the tower, couldn't I? Music's glitched again! Let's see, which way am I supposed to go? That's Phendrana. What, there's a door over there I haven't gone through? In the Triclops pit? Oh, I guess that might make sense. So there's Chozo Ruins. Talon Overworld West, that's what I want. And it's the door right next to me. Got it. You learned about it because there was a retro achievement for getting the boots as your first item. Also made getting the 3.5 hour speedrun achievement easier. Fair enough. The Prime games are something I have never attempted to speedrun. Though I have said before, and I will say it again, if they ever... assuming they don't already, and I just don't know about it, if they ever add a speedrunning leaderboard for beating the game without using exploits and skips, and just playing it as the devs intended, I would love to be a part of that. Like, what is the fastest time somebody has beaten Metroid Dread without using the Morph Ball bombs to kill Kraid? Over here. Upsie daisy. Give me uppies, elevator Sama. That will perhaps be the cringiest and strangest thing I will ever say. And I said it because I thought it was funny. Number of time leaderboards and retro achievements for a variety of different parameters. Fair enough. Ow! Stop it. No, go back to your incubation, beetles. You don't need to attack me. I don't care. Are they just skittering around down there now? Yep. They don't know what to do with themselves. Are you gonna spit at me or not? There we go. It's funny to me that it explodes so violently that all these fruit explode with it. Now, where is that half pipe? Not there. There it is. Now, let's see if I can pull this off on a mouse and keyboard. I can't see anything up here. Sandstone? Sandstone. Right! Now I remember what this is. An oddly placed, oddly rectangular tube. Neo, have you ever played this game with the music off? Is that a thing that can be done without hacking the game? Space jump boots. Complete with their own box. Got them new Jordans. My dad was telling me earlier that Shaquille O'Neal used to be in the Navy and was on a thing once. Though it was like an army charity show or something. And he decided to be so freaking generous that he gave let's see, I think he was donating like $600 Reeboks or something to an army charity or a navy charity or something, and then also decided to give a pair of $2,000 Reeboks to everyone in the room or something like that. Or I think he said he was on Jimmy Fallon is when that happened. So yeah, we have the space jump now, aka double jump in this game. Never tried that, but I assume you can turn down the sound effects and music and settings. Not sure why you'd want to, though. Normally, I would think the same, but I came out here earlier, and the music wasn't playing. The music had glitched out. And it was really calming, actually, just listening to the rain. And it happened again in Phendrana. I got to Phendrana Drifts, and there was no music, and so I was able to explore around and just listen to the sounds of Metroid nature. And I really liked it. I wonder what it would be like to play a game like this with action and exploration combined, but there's just no music. Do I even need to go this way? Probably don't. I don't remember where I need to go from here. Maybe back to Phendrana. Yeah, it's gotta be back to Phendrana, because I don't have... What? Wow! I am... Okay. Samus has activated the secondary function of space jump. Half-step balancing! Yeah, now, basically my point is I am really curious now to know what it would be like to play through this game without music. That's all. How immersive would it feel? Let's see. That's Chozo Ruins. I want Magmore Caverns, which is through that door up there. Got it. So Neo, how much time do you put into your Metroid streams usually? Woo! Pardon my sudden silence, I just don't really have much to say since asking that question. Neo, are you still there? Dang it! Oh shoot, I should have scanned that. Wait, do I even need to be up here? Maybe I do. Tricky rolling. Boost ball spot in the room you got the morph ball in. I think I might remember that. That was in Chozo Ruins though, wasn't it? Whoop, whoop, hold on. I clicked out of Windows again. There we go. Also boost ball spot in the Ruins main room. True! But both of those just go to items though, don't they? So, I can get them next time I pass through the area. That's how I usually like to play Metroid games. Especially if I'm going at least mildly for speed, which I am for these streams, so that I'm not streaming this for 2 years. Is I like to gather items as I pass through the area, rather than actively hunting them down later. My detour in Dread was one exception. Oh wait, I can do this now. This is a standard spinner device. The generator belts of the spinner can be activated by rapid rotational force. Use the boost ability of the morph ball when inside a spinner to activate the device. How was my spontaneous, computer informant voice? Collapsible suspension bridge is functional but requires power. What the? I don't think I ever noticed that this place had a sky here before. It's all red. And then that elevator supposedly takes me up to Fendrana, doesn't it? So where's the mountain that is Fendrana? I was away from your iPad for a few minutes, but still had you in my AirPods. Fair enough. Can I make this jump? I can. These streams are between 2 to 4 hours. That would explain it. Because I'm trying to make my streams closer to 4 to 6 hours on average. Whoop. Chozo artifact. Kind of just looks like a hologram to me, but alright. Go to the crash site next time you buy your ship. I just did that earlier. And I believe there's a thing here. No, not like that. Am I wrong? I guess I am. Your most recent one was the last one before your summer hiatus, so you wanted to make sure you finished Prime 2, so it ended up being your longest stream ever at 8 hours. Nice! I think my Dread one was 9 hours, but I did take a break in the middle of that to eat dinner. What the heck is happening up there? Is that the geothermal thing they were talking about? They just got lava flowing through this oddly impenetrable rock? You were playing the hard mode? Ooh. Met the crater. Yeah, summer hiatus would also definitely cause a delay in beating these games. Beat the Ing Emperor with 1 HP left and 0 beam ammo. It was the most skin of my teeth win in any video game ever. Nice! I think the most skin of my teeth win I've ever had in a video game, or one of several, but the only one I can remember was a Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door win I got forever ago where I had 1 HP left. And I think I had the Peril badge on, but only for that one final fight. I don't normally use, like, crazy badge skills in Paper Mario. I just get all the badges I can and activate as many as I can, but I still balance out my HP and FP in that game. Okay, now we have the double jump. So now I can go up here. This cordite statue is worn and weathered. Scan indicates the presence of a power conduit behind the statue. Cordite? Nope, not a missile. Ow! Hold on. Hold on a sec. Hold on. You see Samus's reflection in those flashes? It's hard to tell, but it's there. Oh, come on. Hold on, did its back ice get thinner before it broke? Did anybody else see that? Am I seeing things? Ice Parasite, scavenger with a crystalline outer shell. Parasites are hardy creatures able to adapt to any environment within 3 generations. The ice parasite is a prime example. Having adjusted to a frigid climate, this vermin now thrives in it. Omnivorous, it can exist in areas hostile to most life forms. Cool. I wonder... I wonder how much food it manages to hunt by just walking in circles on this pillar for its entire life. Whoop! I was hoping I was just far enough from it not to have that happen, but oh well. This is a statue depicting the bust of a Chozo architect. This statue is flawless. Easy enemy to miss the scan for, same with Ice Streak Bat. Why are Ice Parasites easy to miss? This is a statue depicting the bust of a Chozo shaman. Several stress fractures can be seen running along the surface of this brimstone object. A statue depicting the bust of a Chozo warrior. This statue is flawless. This is a statue depicting the bust of a Chozo philosopher. This statue is flawless. If only I could shine a flashlight on him. I would love to see a series of spin-off games where some random interdimensional explorer goes to places like the Mushroom Kingdom or Talon 4 and just explores stuff in 3D. I think that'd be cool. There appears to be a shell of ice encasing a water basin. The water originated from the statue's mouth. The statue's hands seem to be frozen in place. VR Metroid game? I mean, maybe, but like, imagine if your purpose for being in these places was entirely different. Like, you come here to Talon 4, you never run into Samus. The enemies maybe not as plentiful, I don't know, but like, you get to explore this stuff and get more lore on all of it. Maybe some survival mechanics, like you have to set up camp. Oh wait, I can't do anything with that because it's frozen. Right. A statue depicting the bust of a Chozo shaman adorns this door. A symbol is carved into its forehead. The translation reads, "To pass my gaze, seek my twin within this room." Metroid Prime would be perfect for VR? It would. It would be very good. I said brimstone. Can I not do this yet? I can't. Wait a minute. Is there a different scan for this than there is for other ones? There is not. That's weird. I didn't remember missiles being able to deal with brimstone. I thought missiles dealt with something else. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with cordite. Can't scan it now for some reason. Ah. Since this is the Wii version, don't you have the Morph Ball jump without needing bombs? If I do, I don't know how to do it. I am playing this on mouse and keyboard after all. Placed a second bomb, gosh dang it. Yeah, the thing with Prime Hack is that it sets motion controls to specific buttons, but I don't remember what button I have that set to. Well, there's something over there. What could that be? The Wave Beam. Our first beam weapon in this game. And indeed in the Prime games as a whole. But of course, we must be tested first. On the Wii, it's for raising... Well, yes, but again, I'm playing with mouse and keyboard here. With Prime Hack. And I don't remember how Prime Hack does it. I have played Prime 3 on the original Wii, though. I had all 3 original Prime games, which is why I never got the trilogy version before. And yeah, I guess I need to figure out what my motion controls are input to. Hello, Mama! Isn't it just the jump button? No! Because the jump button is the spacebar, which functions as the boost button when in Morph Ball form. A new creature's entry, the Sheegoth, supreme predator of the Phendrana Drifts. Sheegoths are invulnerable to most beam weapons. The crystals on their back absorb energy, which they can fire at prey. Sheegoths have poor stamina. They hyperventilate after using their breath attack, making their mouth area vulnerable. The soft underbelly of a Sheegoth is susceptible to concussive blasts. In battle, they expel blasts of frigid gas to ensnare their targets. They are also fond of ramming and trampling their hapless prey. And you see my shots are being pulled up the crystals. Does that heal it? Does anybody know if shooting the crystals heals it? Because they have a full-blown animation there. You know, for an apex predator of Phendrana Drifts, this thing runs out of breath real easy. Shooting the crystals doesn't heal it. I have to wonder why they have that whole animation then of the energy flowing down through its body. You missed! What was this room used for before they stored the wave beam in it, I wonder? They said something about... Ah, there we go. Oh! I didn't expect I'd beat it with that. I was just seeing if the bomb thing worked. Oh, thank goodness. I thought we were about to have a repeating noise. Alright, everybody. Time for this ball of lightning. Hey there, Imp! Glad you could make it. Just in time for me to actually start blasting. I did scan it, Kaiju. I scanned it before the fight, remember? So now I have a reason for this menu. I kind of like that this game suggests Samus chooses her beam weapons by her finger position. It's a little weird that opening her hand is the wave beam instead of, like, default finger position. Sheegoth scan isn't missable since they show up as normal enemies later in the game. True. But Kaiju, I believe, was talking about the wave beam, which I did scan before the fight even started. So yeah, here's the wave beam. I don't really like how slow the shots are, and I've never been one to subscribe to purple meaning energy. It's not the most useful weapon in the game, unfortunately, and it also doesn't go through walls in this game like it does in the mainline ones. But still very cool to finally have a new beam weapon to play with. And there is a particular enemy in this game that it can be extremely handy for if you have the correct add-on. Scans for the items aren't required for 100%. Cool! Now I can kill that. Where did you come from, nosy? I love that they fly at you nose first. That will always amuse me. Hi there. How do I smell? Ah, screw you. Meanwhile, these ones don't know how to leave. They're stuck, suckers. Lag spike. Nope, I don't think the beam weapons really affect specific materials all that much. Other than ice, which the beam weapon does not work on. The wave beam does not work on, I mean. It is cool that we still get the whole split beam thing that we see in the 2D games, if you're paying attention. Oh. Now the question is, where do I go from here? I don't 100% remember. I guess it's map time. Ice Ruins East, Vendrana Canyon, Chapel of the Elders. I guess all we can do for now is go back down to Magmoor Caverns. Oh! I never noticed I can make these things wiggle if I shoot them. That's cool. I always liked the hitboxes of the Metroid games and how you can do stuff like this. Because there are so many games out there that are great games, but they will not let you shoot through the open window. This will let you shoot all the way out to the gosh dang sky. Except right here, I guess. For some reason. Is that glass? What's going on there? Rest of this, though? Heck yeah. Look at it go. Pardon the brief lag spikes. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. There we go. I made it bug out. Now, where do I go from here? Triclops Pit has that door over there that I've yet to go through. So that might be a way forward. Or maybe it's somewhere in the Chozo Ruins. Twin Fires Tunnel, can't do that yet. Bedtime for Kaiju. Good night, Kaiju! Isn't there a thing I can scan somewhere around here that turns those off? Why are they still shooting at me when they can't see me? And good night, Imp. Glad you could make it for a little bit. randomly a yellow one. Those things look so much like the mother brain barriers. Oh wait, don't want to do that. The door I need to go through is over there. Well, these boxes are adorable. Ah, I see. Okie dokie, can I get over there right now? Full tank heals? I know they are. But I hadn't lost a full tank yet, that's why it's a little weird that I got one. Where do I get down under here? It's so dark, chat. I can't see anything in these corners. Well, there's something. No, that's where I need to go, I think. Where is the hole in the ground? Is there not one? Is this something else? Can I not actually get down there from in here? Over where the boxes were? The boxes were right here. And this is the exit to the... This is an exit to the room. Ah! Here we go. Right, I always forget it's this little alcove thing. Nice, stupid Triclops beetles. It's this hole, I believe. There we go. I have to wonder what the point of this room is. Every hole is a chance for glory. What is the in-game lore reason for this room? It feels like being in a shark cage, but for lava. I have seen rooms like that before. They're usually in horror games. Bad space pirates get the lava cage. Maybe it is some kind of weird prison. What? There we go. There we go, lads. I had a dream last night in which I was part of a group of adepts. That's what we were called, adepts. Weird mutant people. I don't remember if I was one, but I was part of like a resistance force, a small resistance group among them, more like a group of friends. And for some reason, one of our guys was just a British dude. I think it was he's a real life actor. I can't remember where I've seen him. But yeah, just that guy was for some reason part of our group. The fact there's literally a space pirate log where one of them refers to their science team as Vapor for Brains shows you how intelligent they really are. I don't remember that. Am I dumb? Aren't I supposed to be able to get through this wall? Ah, there it is. I could have sworn this stayed broken the first time you go through it. That's in Prime 2. I mean, to be fair, the Space Pirates science team is made up of more space pirates. They probably hate being on the science team. Gotta break it every time. Heh. You like your tubes, imp? Ow. Bonus points for anybody who knows those old MS Paint webcomics. I might know that reference and have just forgotten it. Oh, Space Pirates and their obsession with tubes. Okay, maybe I don't know that one. You'll have to link me to that, though. Shoot a link to me in Discord. And also name it here for anyone else watching who's curious. Hello, oddly mundane elevators. Imagine having to hop across these things to get to the office every morning. Know Your Meme tubes? I didn't expect that would be on Know Your Meme. To be fair, the Chozo like their elevators. So you could argue they also like tubes. Let's see. Oh, I haven't gone to the right yet, it seems. Boop. Oh, come on. Bruh! Yeah, there we go. Check out this room. Metal gates block entry to the center of the room. The future is a vague thing, ever-changing and always in doubt. Even if we Chozo could gain the ability to foresee the future, it would be a hollow gift, for we could never hope to control what has yet to occur. The fountain is an example of this. The day may come when its water dries up, and there is nothing we could do to stop such a tragedy. But we do know this. Unlike the uncertain flow of water, the power of our will is strong and enduring. The will of the Chozo will never run dry. I swear there's a puzzle exactly like this in Prime 2 as well. Now it's actually bedtime. Alright, good night, Imp. This appears to be the first of 3 locking mechanisms that seal the gate. The lock is active, but its key slot is sealed by a weak metal grating. This appears to be the second of 3 locking mechanisms that seal the gate. The lock is active, but its key slot is sealed by a weak metal grating. This appears to be the third of 3 locking mechanisms that seal the gate. The lock is active and its key slot is open. So since they passed it on to the most stubborn bounty hunter out there. Samus is pretty stubborn, I suppose, but I'd say she's also kind of open-minded. I love how they call it a key slot. It's a bomb slot, but there's just, like, nothing in it. What a riveting puzzle, guys. How complicated. Nobody could have figured this out. cool light. I want a room like this in my house. Albeit probably not made of stone. Always gave you trouble as he used to suck at the bomb jump. The bomb jump in this game is pretty simple. All you do, it's just a matter of timing. 1, 1, 2. With the second bomb going right at the peak of the first bomb's jump. And then you place down the... Well, I guess the second bomb goes right before the first bomb explodes, and the third bomb is the one that you place at the peak of the jump. You always got the timing wrong? To be fair, I've always been pretty decent at timing. Not perfect, but I did take band classes growing up. Oh, dang it. This is hard to aim on mouse and keyboard. There we go. Oh, hello there. Remember when this was a mini-boss? Okay, now where to from here? Could go in there, perhaps. We have some missile doors over there, apparently, that I guess have never been opened? Why are they still marked as missile doors? What the crap? What is happening there? This one marks it as a missile door, too. Is it just always marked as a missile door? Ah! There's a wave beam door over there. Love the armored beetle tracking you through the boosts. Yeah, that was pretty funny. He's like, hey, where you go? What are you doing? Get back here! It's interesting that Samus gets splashed and makes the sound of pain, but doesn't take damage in some of these cases. This looks promising. Is this the correct way? I guess it loops all the way around. No, never mind. Try it again. My dad informed me today that Lagoon now has some steampunk-themed rides. And I think he said the whole section is steampunk themed. It looks very cool. Better to wait to come back here until after you have the gravity suit since you need it for one of the artifacts. Yeah, the problem is I can't remember specifically where I'm supposed to go. It looks like I can't go up there yet because I don't have Spider Ball. Should have stayed in Phendrana. Next item should be Super Missile and Thermal Visor. That's what I thought, but I didn't see anywhere else I could go in Phendrana. I thought maybe I had to come back here for something. Oh, you know what? I think I just remembered where I needed to go in Phendrana. I'm stupid. Sucker. I'll tell you one thing that's really nice about the wave beam is that it has tracking. Makes dealing with those wasps a little bit easier. Do I have hints on? Good question. Though, if I do, I remember it being a bit annoying in this game, if I recall correctly. Either that or it was the second game, where they don't give you hints unless you take a freaking while to get to your supposed destination. Water toxicity levels returning to safe levels. I love this little halfway broken water feature. This is really cool. I can actually jump up in here. What the heck? Check this out. That is this game? Yeah. Dang it, I need the... That's some flat as heck lava. Holy cow. And a burning way out of it. Alright, yeah, I guess I went the wrong way. Back to Phendrana it is. Oh, dang it. I'll go the Talon Overworld way. Probably would have gotten one by now if they were on. Probably. How do I access the options menu, scan menu in this game with these keyboard controls? It is not... Let's see, what? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna... Configure... Ah, okay. It's this button. I forgot I'd said anything to that. Here we go. And now options is minus. Shoot, what is... There we go. You can turn off music. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to try that sometime. You guys, hint system. It is on. Hints have been on the whole time. You see what I mean by I don't like this game's hint system? Because it takes freaking forever to give you a hint. Zelda Chic was correct indeed. $11:13. It's later than I would like, but earlier than I thought. I thought it'd be about midnight by now. Excuse me. Faster to go directly to Magmore from Chozo? Probably. That's Chozo Ruins. That's Magmore Caverns. East, which I think is the one that's right next to the Phendrana door. I don't need to deal with that plant anymore. I forgot I can just double jump up. Just gonna skirt around the beetles. Let them finish their incubation. I wonder, do incubation and incubus have the same root word? Let's see, is it this way? It is not. This is the way I want to go. I'm back shortly. Alright, see you in a bit, Neo. Yes, actually. Cool. What is the specific root word other than being the incu part? And what does it mean? I'm curious. Almost got me. I was hoping to rush through that. I have to wonder what's with the spikes on this part of this thing. If that fire hits me, it knocks me off. Because for some reason, Samus's Morph Ball experiences recoil. They both come from the Latin incubare, to mean to lie on, or to lie in/upon. Interesting. But if that's the case, then what does the succu and succubus mean? Oh my gosh, these frickin' blasters. I need you to stop, sir. Thank goodness. I really don't like how many turrets are in this room. In the case of the incubus, it is believed that the demon lies upon or weighs down sleepers, causing nightmares. Really? Okay, where do I need to go from here? I need to go in there! That's what I was forgetting. Don't know how I forgot about that door. Succubus comes from succuba, which means strumpet? Isn't strumpet just like wayward woman? What does strumpet mean again? I don't remember. Also, am I the only one that thinks it's a little weird that a strumpet is not a string instrument trumpet thing? Trumpet guitar, also known as a strumpet. Don't know how that would work, it's just a thought I'm having. Go away, Shigas. With my expert platforming skills... If only I could shoot these things in the ground with the wave beam. Sent me a text to explain? I was kind of hoping to read it here, but alright. I will read it in a moment. Actually, I guess this isn't a bad spot right here. Oh, dang it, the She-Goth woke up. Never mind! Nope, didn't want to press that. Or maybe I did. Alright, come here, you. I guess I could just pause the game, but where's the fun in that? Succubus might also come from succubare, which means to lie under. I feel like that would make more sense, considering what incubus means. Oh, okay, I can see why you texted this to me. The strumpet is another term for a lady of the night. That's weird. I could have sworn that term was usually used jokingly. But, guess I'm wrong. How... Oh, wait, I have the space jump. Duh! I need you out of my way, sir. It is in America. More of a British term. This hanging rock structure appears to have a weak spot near its base. Some stalactites can be dislodged from ceilings, allowing them to be used as platforms to cross otherwise unreachable areas. Boop! You think this is where the ice bats are? Good to know. This room, at least? Well, then it's possible I already missed them. Interesting that they... Whoop! Ah, I almost got him. I didn't realize they were up there. Didn't even realize that was my jump. I was gonna go this way. Do they respawn in the Wii version? I thought they did. I thought it was only the GameCube version where that was a problem. The ice covering this opening can be melted with extreme heat. I don't think they do? Well, darn! I did save the game. Maybe I should... And my laundry's done. Maybe I should, back out to the main menu, get my laundry, come back in, and then go after the ice bats. What do you think? I'm letting chat decide. What do you think? Should I try restarting the game from the last save, see if that fixes it? If you want to. Let's see if I can do that. But did I just freeze Prime Hack? What the? What? Okay, we're good. Alright. I will be right back, everybody. It should only take a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Why can I not... Oh, I picked up the wrong headphones. Hold on. There we go. You might say, what do you mean you picked up the wrong headphones? Well, I have two sets of headphones, and I use studio headphones when I'm streaming. And then I have gaming headphones for when I'm gaming with friends or just playing alone. The gaming headphones are slightly comfier, and they have a built-in microphone. So I don't have to have this studio mic in front of my face. But for streaming, for the sake of quality, studio mic and studio headphones. Alright, let's see if we can go get those bats this time. Go back to sleep, Sheegoth. I'm not here to threaten you. Just passing through. Am I the only one that kind of thinks these... They have, like, double mandibles, but also it kind of looks like they have mustaches at a glance. Also, if you can hear any background noise, it's because I opened my window. Because lately my room has been just barely too warm to sleep comfortably. So I want to let some of the heat out. Hold on, what's the morph ball tunnel in the corner of this room? Is that even something I can deal with right now? Is that even a morph ball tunnel? Ah, yeah, I can't do that right now. Never mind. Oh, I almost got him. I am screaming through this. Whoop! I forgot to scan that. Remind me to scan the stalactites next time I see more. We got it! Ice Shriek Bats. Ice-encased ceiling dweller. Like standard Shriek Bats, these creatures are easily spotted with thermal imaging. When they spawn, anyway. I just realized my microphone is pressed right up against my pop filter. Is this pop filter working? Have I been popping the heck out of the mic the whole time? To continue, they roost on cave ceilings, subsisting on insects, reptiles, and small mammals. Fiercely territorial, they will dive bomb anything that wanders near. Are these something new? No, these are the classics. What is this message I got? Nothing important, it looks like. Okay, moving on. It's funny that they still splash you, even if all you're doing is just shooting them. This unanchored platform floats on the surface of the water. This room about to get wild. I love this music. This is one of the only rooms you'll hear it. I don't remember the whistles, though. In fact, I think this music actually sounds a bit different from what I remember. This slot is inactive. It can likely be activated by something nearby. Can it now? Ah, there's a second platform over here. I mean, a second boost thing. Nice. I don't remember where that tube goes. This door has no power. A nearby power conduit must be energized for it to open. A blast of electrical energy will energize the conduit. The conduit radiates some heat that is invisible in the normal spectrum. I actually know where that conduit is, but I'm not going to spoil it. Now it gives me a hint. See, it really takes its sweet time in this game. Save point! Whoops, didn't mean to press that. With more wall stuff. Schematics for Glacier 1 secure zone accessed. Personnel bound for research area proceed directly to checkpoint. Schematics for Research Lab Hydra accessed. To access Research Lab Hydra, proceed through the purple doors to the south. Well, I am ready for that. For a second, I thought the game was freezing up mid-save. That would not have been good. Can saves get corrupted on computers without corrupting the whole computer? I imagine they can. It probably just corrupts the file instead of the entire PC. Unlike GameCube memory cards. That is not what I was trying to scan, but okay. Empty stasis tank used for biological specimens. Latent radiation readings indicate specimen was highly irradiated. Excuse me! Excuse me, sir! I've never had them just get in my face and start hacking like that before. That was real goofy. Circuit breakers for lab subprocessing. Perimeter defense turret malfunction. Ah, I could have scanned that to make this thing stop. It seems they do indeed have some kind of science projects going on in here involving swirling phazon fluids that look oddly not fluid. Hold on, my ear itches for whatever reason. Yeah, stuff is falling off of me. There we go. Just gonna stand there and let it set off an alarm, Samus? Space Pirate! Sentient aggressor species, well-trained in weapon and melee combat. Space Pirates wield galvanic accelerator cannons and forearm-mounted scythes in combat. This species seeks to become the dominant force in the galaxy, and their technology may help them realize this goal. Ruthless and amoral, the pirates care little for the cost of their ambition. Only the results matter, and they take these very seriously. Two missiles each? No biggie. Weird that I can't scan these things. I think this is the only room in the entire game with those automatic barriers. What makes it even weirder is that they bothered to include them in the game and the pirates didn't even use them. They're meant to be cover points, but the pirates just came right out into the open and tried to shoot me in the face. Like a bunch of morons. Hello there. Project Titan specimen is immobilized in quarantine cave. Keep yawning. Relocation is recommended due to increased violent activity. Phazon ore appears to bind through phazon energy. Thermal imaging is required to detect the highest concentration of radioactivity, which serves to bind the stones together. Imaging research is being conducted in the containment vault area of the facility. The stones? Okay, I think I know what these are talking about. I never made this connection before, and I can't tell it to you because spoilers. Phazon ore is extremely durable and blast resistant. Although the armor-like qualities of this shell provide ample protection, thermal imaging can be used to detect weak areas in the casing. Improvements must be made to this shell in the event that these weaknesses are found by aggressors. East Quarantine Cave is restricted to blue-level security. Authorized personnel permitted entry only after bioscan. You kinda love what they're talking about? Zelda Sheik, were you here when I got the Ice Shriek Bat scan? You went silent for a while there. No? Ah. Well, I got the scan. But then I forgot to scan the stalactite. So, next time we see stalactites, remind me to scan them. You hate this area? I don't completely mind this area. I don't really have an opinion on it. Methinks. I just don't like the awkward fire rate of the wave beam. This force field blocks the entrance. Something nearby must be able to deactivate it. You just find it annoying. Access to Research Lab Hydra granted. We have bioscanned ourselves in without actually touching the darn thing. But unfortunately, Zelda Sheik, I think that means you also missed the part where a pirate came up to my face and just started hacking away with reckless abandon, and it was really funny. Well, I didn't mean to scan that. That's another thing that's annoying, is sometimes it'll lock on to a scan node behind another scan node. Log 10.515.8. Yawning again. Sorry about that. Our initial test exposing Talon 4's indigenous parasites to Phazon appear to be successful. Increases in strength, size, and aggressiveness are common in all test subjects, as well as unforeseen evolutions like additional poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a second ring of mandibles in several subjects. These creatures were chosen because of their resilience, and it appears possible that given enough exposure to Phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transport them to. Our methods will have to be refined. We currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period, and most survivors of the 3rd infusion stage are so violent and uncontrollable that they have to be euthanized. Even still, we remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. One thing I forgot, Zelda Sheik, I realized earlier that my pop filter is pressed right up against my microphone. Is it still working, or do I need to make a gap there? Am I popping too much? Stasis tank operational, but currently empty. Specimen 029, life signs normal, pulse at 140%, mass increase of 4%. Specimen 002, euthanized 12.091.4 after psychotic episode scheduled for removal. Stasis tank operational, but currently empty. Increased acidity levels recorded in Phazon amniotic bath. This is likely a side effect of Phazon ingestion by test subjects. Specimen 102, increased volatility recorded. Predator awareness indicated even in cold stasis. Phazon fluid bath levels at 70%. Checking diagnostics per procedure 12.003.8. Access to Research Lab Aether, limited to Team Sclera only. Team Sclera? Interesting. Where's Team Iris and Team Pupil? Personnel bound for Hollow Observatory must use West Elevator. Also, keep Research Lab Aether in mind. Unless this is Research Lab Aether, but it might be referencing something else, I don't remember for sure. Ice beetle infestation in Ice Vault region has been 95% exterminated. Report any sightings to security immediately. Are the ice beetles the same things these guys were experimenting on and they just escaped? And evolved into ice beetles crazy fast? Stasis tanks operating at 40% capacity. Temperature regulation errors have been rectified as of 12.112.4. That is also a limited scan? What, the ice beetle one? Why would that be a limited scan? That's on a computer. I can come back here and scan at any time, can't I? Specimen 043, decreased vital signs. Cold damping appears stable. It's weird to me that damping and dampening are two entirely different words. You think they respawn infinitely, but there's only 1 or 2 spots where they are? The ice beetles themselves? Ah. And you're saying, like, if I kill them, then that log also reports that they've all been exterminated or something? Log 10.344.8. We have codified the newfound energy source as Phazon, a V-index mutagen of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin expelling Phazon into the environment. This material appears to possess the power to mutate organic life forms sufficiently to withstand its poison. These mutations appear promising, with abrupt evolutionary leaps appearing in single-generation reproduction. Excuse me. Plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 are being finalized. The ice beetles are an easily missable scan because they only appear in 1 or 2 hard-to-reach places. Well, yeah, I think we already established that earlier, so I thought you were talking about that particular computer log over there. That one right there being a missable scan. Log 10.587.7. Mining operations have begun near the crater where Phazon appears to be most concentrated. Daily phase-on yields have increased 44%, and our mining system becomes more streamlined as personnel and equipment flows increase. Several incidents of phase-on-induced madness have been reported, prompting augmented life support regulations in the deeper chambers. Symptoms include loss of equilibrium, erratic respiration, muscle spasms, and in the most extreme cases, hallucinations. A timeline reassessment for the refinery operation is recommended, as the material proves more unstable than initial analysis indicated. I did it while you were on the call? Maybe. Xenome SA is undergoing relocation to Lab Hydra. Subjects transfer ordered after a pronounced increase in aberrant behavior. Security clearance ADR 13. By the way, I mentioned earlier, but I don't think you were here, Zelda Sheik. I've opened my window, so if you can hear outside noises, that's what's going on. Phase-on fusion within central energy core of Xenome SA is at 70% saturation. Increased dosage appears viable. Log 10.712.1. Yawning again, goodness gracious. Most terraforming and retrofitting of security checkpoints on Talon 4 is complete, but we continue to research the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Door records show no unauthorized entries, so we must presume the creatures are either slipping in undetected during daily personnel moves, or else finding their way in through subterranean tunnels. We have found many small breaches of this latter sort and plugged them wherever we can, but it is unlikely that we will ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. That freaking scared me for a second there. I'm like, what the heck? I'm just about out of water, folks. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go get some more. Alright, I'm back. Didn't mean to take quite so long, but I took a moment to literally stretch my legs. I can't believe I've scanned everything in this room. Yep. Well, everything except for this. And that's where I came in. Got it. Yes, yes, I can hear you. Chill out. Sneaky boys. I like that I sent that guy flying. Wow. So many of those boxes exploded that that guy just straight up died from one shot. Sick. More scans! Transfer of specimen 344 to Lab Hydra complete. Further infusion suspended pending security assessment. Prep work on all empty stasis tanks must be completed before specimen batch Y arrives on 12.312.2. Mutation strain 776V shows massive absorption capacity influx. Strain application is now underway. Phase on batch 1734.D shows mandible mutation across all subjects. Cross infusion with batch 1622.G recommended. Xenome behavioral patterns show decreased reflex activity at temperatures below freezing. Oh, you again, you son of a gun. Stop it. I didn't remember there being so many of these things. Turrets. Why'd there be so many turrets, man? Hi. Goodbye. Specimen 070 optimal. Absorption mutation has led to unexpected degeneration of internal organs. Warning, do not handle sedated xenomes without proper ice containment equipment. A little weird that you can hear something in here, but you can't. Oh wait, there it is. Wow, okay, that's broken. Cordite casing of column appears weak. Can't break cordite yet. Tissue samples from stasis tanks must be hand-carried to Lab Hydra for analysis. Notify security of all material moves. Log 10.664.2. Research Outpost Glacier 1 in the Fendrana Drifts region of Talon 4's mountains is operating at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures have made the Metroid sluggish and easy to control, even those well into phase-on infusion cycles. Cold containment stasis tanks are sufficient for the juveniles, but some of the larger Metroids have been moved to quarantine caves for safety purposes. Security doors remain an issue as malfunctions due to ice occur every day. Large predators in the wastes are also a concern as they continue to kill personnel and breach secure areas. Blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, it has become clear that our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in munitions and soldiers. Wonder what intern got that rule instated? You know what? I did that thing where I read perfectly but spaced out the whole time. Which rule are you talking about, Zelda Sheik? Daily decontamination is now required for all personnel working in lab ether. Strain 776V has been successfully replicated. Viral pathogens found in several xenomes have been traced to phase on batch 1664.Z. Terminate all subjects. Don't touch the Metroids unless they're on ice and actually asleep. I mean, I bet it wasn't an intern's rule so much as it was Metroids are extremely susceptible to ice and extremely dangerous when they're not. So don't touch them unless they're frozen. Or you will die. I have to wonder whether Space Pirate designed this. By the way, I looked at the comic that Imp mentioned earlier. And yeah, it's an actual webcomic called Tubes from back in the day that depicted space pirates just being a bunch of idiot goofballs. And the whole joke is that space pirates keep designing tube systems that only Samus can fit into, thereby giving her basically a backdoor into everything they build. But they're just so obsessed with tubes that they can't stop themselves from doing it. I believe there's a little trick to this. I was wrong. I could have sworn there was a panel in there, but I must be thinking of a different room. Now I'm curious, though. Ow! Easy peasy. Pardon me a second. Now I gotta say, I expected to be able to go until 1 in the morning, especially because I was up so late last night and this morning. But I'm starting to get tired. Holographic spatial schematic is in lockdown per Security Directive 2.23.445. Log 10.299.2. Scans of the spiral sector detected a massive energy spike emanating from a Wanderer-class planet identified as Talon 4. Scout reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike, a landmass at heading mark 40.08.02, returning with planetary samples and atmospheric imaging. Analysis shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysis will continue, but currently Talon 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. Holographic map coordinate data has been updated successfully. Log 10.401.7. Phazon mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established, and terraforming of the Choza ruins is underway. Security systems are operational, and science team continues to make progress in their biotech research. The Fenjana drifts have proven to be an optimal location for research headquarters, and soon it will be joined by a fully operational combat base and starport. If Command's predictions are half true, we shall rise to dominance in this sector within a decacycle. Truly, these are glorious times. Are they, dead man? This device has been previously used. It has shut itself off. Let's keep scanning everything around the room before we activate anything. Upper node of astronomical holographic projector is retracted and inactive. Upper node of astronomical holographic projector currently deactivated. Lower node of astronomical holographic projector currently deactivated. Holographic projector extensions are currently inactive and need to be manually rotated. Use the spinners at the base of the projector to move the arms into place. Holographic sequence initialized. Oh. They're slightly out of sync, but it always bugged me a little bit that these two pumps thumping away here are not part of the music. Especially because we have a very similar sound, albeit an electronic sound, doing the same thing in the music half a second later. What? I guess it really isn't active. Okay. What? Darn it. Yeah, I am getting quite tired. It's getting hard to keep my eyes open. Think I'm gonna get the thing in here, reach the next save point, and probably call it then. Lower node of astronomical holographic projector functioning normally. I forgot boost ball. I'm doing a great job navigating the boost ball on a keyboard. That is my opinion, but I think it's accurate. Check out this system, bruh. Lower node of astronomical holographic. Planet Zebes. That's right, we have Zebes here. Mass 4.8 trillion teratons. Profile: planet's crust is primarily earthic ore, making it ideal for subterranean construction. A Class 19 planet, Zebes is inhospitable to most bioforms. The world was considered unremarkable until it became a base for space pirate forces. Was it? I seem to remember some Chozo calling the place home. Planet Billium, mass 3.8 trillion teratons. Profile: quarantine. Atmosphere is rife with Midiralis, a sentient gaseous global exterminator virus. A sentient global exterminator virus. I'm sorry, what does that mean? Why does this planet look wet on the left side? Planet Talent 4, mass 5.1 trillion teratons. Profile: ecosystem studies indicate that Talent 4 was a biological paradise prior to the impact of an extraterrestrial object. What remains of the biosphere is slowly fading due to exposure to phazon radiation. At current rate of decay, Talent 4 will be a barren Class 13 wasteland in approximately 25 years. Another form for X? What do you mean? Oh, that little thing is Billium. Oh, the global exterminator virus. Okay. You might be right on that. Who knows? Planet Ormine 2. Mass 2.3 trillion teratons. An uninhabitable wasteland savaged by nuclear dust storms and constant seismic upheavals. Planet Twin Tabula. Mass 4.1 trillion teratons. Where is its twin? Where is your twin, Tabula? Profile. Planet is best known for twin fever, a disease caused by a viral strain native to Twin Tabula. In the early stages of the disease, victims suffer from double vision. When the twin sight fades, the victim is near death. Interesting. Somehow the virus came after the planet, apparently. Despite the planet being seemingly named after it. Cool hologram, though. I have to wonder why it's here. What it does. But if nothing else, it's cool. That is a save point. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I forgot to scan that first. Oh well. Ever played Outer Wilds? I haven't. Super missile acquired! This powerful attack uses 5 missiles. Using the power beam, press and hold A to charge, then press down to fire. Additional data downloaded inventory screen. What is... Okay. So I can do this now. Much nicer. By the way, welcome back, Neo. Glad to have you. You came back just in time for the finale of this episode. Because I'm getting tired, but I can do a little more. Chief Astrogation Officer feels our current dual holoprojector system is obsolete. Please review and advise. I imagine it is. That thing is freaking huge. Been lurking for the last 20 minutes or so? Fair enough. All holotechnicians report to main observatory. Maintenance required on both holomodules. By the way, I managed to get the Ice Bat scan earlier, albeit I had to restart the game briefly to do so. Took that opportunity to go get my laundry, if I remember. But in the process of doing that, I forgot to rescan the stalactites. So if we find another, remind me to scan it if I don't remember myself. Access to control tower granted. Please step into the hologram. Ah, that's why this one was scannable. It's because it's not a proper transition elevator. Happened to take a drink right as it stopped. What are you leaning forward for, Samus? I wonder if these are the same two guys from the lake earlier. But again, why would those guys be all the way up here in Fangina Drifts? There you are. Being tired is not helping me. One of them suicided? It did after I dealt enough damage to it. They all suicide after taking enough damage, unless I manage to blow them up quickly enough. Well, darn, it canceled my shot. One of them suicided at the crash site. Oh yeah, that's true. Because I managed to barely blow him up. Forgot about that. Can I not break the big boy boxes? I cannot. Alright. Totally thought I could do that. I like this tiny little explosive crate and the logo that it is on it. What? Okay. Oh wait, the other one's the one I've never been through. What was the point in having an elevator up to a deck and then another elevator down into a different lab? There it be. Remember, this takes place before Metroid 2. So it makes sense that these Metroids would be everywhere. Metroid! Energy-based parasitic predator. The dominant species of planet SR-388, Metroids can suck the life force out of living things. A Metroid will latch onto its prey and drain energy, growing larger as it does. The only way to shake an attached Metroid is to enter Morph Ball mode and lay a bomb. Speaking of which, these Metroids do not require ice to kill, but they are a lot tougher without it. Gosh dang it! Is my room getting hotter? What the heck am I feeling? Space-powered encrypted data decoded. One point might be security. The more annoying points you have to go through, the less likely you are to proceed. Another might just be that they couldn't go straight to the other side due to environmental factors or fauna. True. Log 10.444.4. Initial transfer of Metroids to Talon 4 research facilities has been completed. 3 were terminated in an incident at the landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Initial Phazon and fusion testing is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially their ability to absorb and process the energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests a considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay stable thereafter remains to be seen. Stasis tank B118 contaminated beyond acceptable safety standards. Removal squad requested. Phazon infusion stage 6. Subject Metroid BR5497. Subject's mass at 180% of previous Phazon cycle, increasing dosage by 4%. So many scans, I just want to go through. Metroid containment fields appear 100% effective after adjustments. Temperatures below 10 degrees centigrade will render Metroids docile. The hooked mandibles of the Metroid penetrate the skin of its prey and siphon pure life force energy. Metroid brain scan results in studies show accelerated activity in parietal lobe during hunting cycles at temperatures above 10 degrees centigrade. Internal organs of a Metroid seem to be limited to nucleonic absorption cells and massive energy reservoirs. Space Pirate encrypted data decoded. Log 10.891.0. The reconstruction of Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley, was recently completed. After his defeat on Zebes, Command ordered a number of metagenetic improvements for him. Though aggressive, we were able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful, but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate a drastic increase in strength, mobility, and offensive capability. Cybernetic modules and armor plating have been added as well. We believe our creation, now called Meta Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force, a job he will certainly relish. You're right, it doesn't have to be that cold to hold a Metroid. To be fair, that is the Metroid's infamous weakness, is the cold. Containment temperature stable at 3 degrees centigrade. Environmental diagnostics satisfactory. Oh boy. Pardon me, I just need a minute. Alright. Moving on. Wrong button. This button. There we go. Oh, that's another computer. Motion near Hunter Metroid DG appears to trigger psychotic episodes. Personnel are to stay at least 3 meters away from stasis tank. Hunter Metroid DS is showing signs of increased instability and a heightened immunity to cold damping fields. Cold damping fields, my bad. Hi there, friend. Excuse me, sir. There we go. There we go. And now we get the puzzle music for some reason. Or one of the puzzle musics. Directive: in the event of a Metroid attack, repel creature with missiles set to maximum concussion. Log 10.957.2. Confidence is high regarding Phazon applications. We know enough about Phazon now to begin combining it with Space Pirate DNA. The code name for this venture will be Project Helix. Preliminary studies indicate that Phazon infusion could produce radical new pirate genomes. Whoops. Benevolent mutation levels are high in current test subjects. Phazon madness is a concern, but refinements in the infusion process should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degeneration. Praise Helix! All rise and praise Helix. Sorry, folks. Give me one more moment. I'm starting to get a little hot in here. I'm going to see if I can mitigate this a bit. Let me tell you, one thing I will never get used to is my headphones, my studio headphones, being able to rotate to face outward, but they do it so freely that sometimes it gets hard to actually put them on properly. Alright. Continuing onward, hopefully that's the last time I need to take a small break. As energy-based creatures, Metroids show immediate mass increases upon energy absorption. All guards must use ice containment gear when transporting Metroids. This includes sedated specimens and those pronounced dead. What happened to that thing? What even was that? Was that another parasite? Oh yes, I know. Relax, computer, I know this time. I already accepted your hint and I'm already on the path to it. Already scanned those. So down we go. Yet more scannables down here. Looks at least like a parasite queen tail. It does. That was kind of my point. Metroids infused with Phazon strain Vertigo are thriving. We feel they could be Class 1 energy harvesters if proper submission measures are employed. Empty stasis tank used for biological specimens. Latent radiation readings indicate extreme radioactive contamination. Stasis tank CO12 is contaminated beyond acceptable safety standards. Remove immediately. There's an energy tank there. This tank holds the remains of experiment 7526, conversion of elite pirate unsuccessful. Ah, it was some kind of an elite pirate conversion that went awry. I'll take that. Log 11.550.6. Studies of Metroid biology continue, though with limited progress. It seems likely that we will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means rather than trying to reproduce their powers. If they could be adequately tamed, we would have no need of a proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies, and once we find a way to shield them from cold containment weapons, they will be invincible. And also uncontainable, but go ahead, keep on that line of thinking, guys. Furthermore, if we could then harvest the energy they'd consumed, we would have a near limitless source of power at our disposal. It's the lobster claw with a gun in it? Yeah, I know. East Quarantine Cave has been secured. Specimen remains in the quarantine area. All experiments have been suspended pending pacification of area. Quarantine specimen exhibits highly aggressive behavior. Its body structure, composed of Phazon ore, appears nearly invulnerable. This has rendered our efforts to train a disciplined subject useless. Log 11.420.7. Metroid dissection continues to provide more questions than answers. Our research teams have isolated the energy conduits that run from the invasive twin mandibles to the energy core in the creature's quadripartite nucleus. But the manner in which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an utter mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other vital fluids, and yet the Metroid extracts energy. Identifying this energy is our central problem. It takes no physical form, and yet without it, the victim dies. We will continue to research this matter, as the isolation of this life-giving essence could be the key to our ascendance. Project Titan is suspended indefinitely. Security breaches resulting in massive casualties have occurred. Access is strictly prohibited until further notice. Was that one written after I started breaking in here? Ah. Wait a minute. Ice beetle. They're really creative with these names. Ice this, ice that. Burrowing insect with an ice-reinforced carapace, averse to heat. This member of the beetle family has adapted to life in the sub-zero temperatures in the Phendrana drifts, growing a thick ice shell over its entire body. The ice is extremely resilient, providing the ice beetle with extra protection and augmented digging abilities. Buh. That was interesting. Okay, final stretch of tonight's live stream. If only these pirates would go away. Go away, fat men. Except they're not fat, so it doesn't really work. He got stuck, sucker. Testing of thermal imaging software complete. Commence download to tactical visor prototype for field testing. Central tank control circuit connection terminated. This place is very dark. Force field network active around object. All 3 force fields must be deactivated to access the object. This unit supplies power to the containment force field at the bottom of the room. That's quite a complex system for a little force field like that. Huh. Thermal imaging software exceeding initial expectations. Combat applications are being evaluated by command. Field testing in Phendrana region approved. Use of prototype visors by security personnel approved. Central tank auxiliary circuit connection terminated. So many different kinds of barriers in this game, and all of them work roughly the same way. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, one shot and a charge shot works now. Alright. I don't know why it didn't seem to work before. Let me at it! Look at that beautiful thing. Thermal visor interfaces will be sent to quarantine area. These visors will be useful for any personnel involved in transport of the unstable test subject there. Central tank main unit connection terminated. Main circuit connection terminated? Did I read that wrong? Inform command that thermal vision tests will begin soon. Abnormal heat traces are represented as red when looking through the thermal imaging spectrum. Whoa, wait a minute. Boop. Thermal visor acquired. Check this out. Boop. Don't know about you, but I think this is awesome. I like that we still get all of our regular symbols as well, meters and everything, but they're like shaped differently to match the triangle aesthetic. I just have to wonder what the weird noises this visor makes are. Wow. Well, darn. Come on. New plan? Why did my visor turn off? What the heck? That's really weird. I'm not used to the visor turning off when I switch my gun. That's wild. I don't think that's canon to the original GameCube game. I like that super missiles can one-shot those things. You think it only did that with the scan visor? Yeah, but scan visor makes sense. Sentry drone, well-armed and armored security mecha. Sentry drones have limited intelligence, but do their assigned tasks well. Being machines, they are susceptible to electrical attacks. When alerted, drones initiate a security lockdown, then attempt to neutralize the intruder. Their electronic warfare suit can scramble visor technology as well. There we go. And that buzz will mess with my visor a little bit again. Up here we go. Okay. What I'm gonna do is this. No, frickin'... You weren't supposed to come for me, you fool. Why did that kill you? Get him? Gosh dang it, Metroid, you're useless. Check out what light looks like in a thermal visor. Doesn't make any sense at all, really. Oh, dang it. Sometimes I wonder what life would be like if my vision was like this instead of like regular human vision. Okie dokie, back up. Why was I thinking we'd already done this balcony on the way back? But we haven't been to it on the way back yet. Super missile. There we go. Brilliant. Missile ammunition resupplies missile launcher with 10 rounds of ammo. Let's see. Yeah, I need to go through the one directly in front of me. Okay, where is the save point from here? Through here. Cross through the next room. And it's over here. Okay. I'm halfway to falling asleep. It is now 12:43. I have played until about 1 a.m., as was my original goal. We have gotten the wave beam and the thermal visor, and we're on a roll. And I would say doubly so on a roll, if Neo's earlier words are anything to go by. But for now, that'll be it. Next time we finish off this part of Frendrana. Maybe I'll do a Void War stream between now and then. Think there's going to be an Arknight stream next week as well, so stay tuned for that. But for now, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You may find my YouTube and Discord in my Twitch profile, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you may find my Twitch at TheWinterPrince52. YouTubers also please leave comments, because I love them a ton. I've already said next week's plans, so thanks again everyone. I love you all, and have a wonderful rest of your night.